So I was kind of thinking today, one of the things on my six list from last night for today was to come up with something that might actually give you a breakthrough or give you an aha moment. And I think I ended up having the aha moment. So I just wanted to take a quick video here. I'm not sure where I'm sitting right now, but I thought I would sit down and cut a video. But let's talk about shapes for a sec. Let's talk about a square. You ever feel like you're living in a square? Well, I'll tell you what I mean here. You ever feel like you're like backed into a corner? Let's say it's with your friends, or maybe you have like creditors hounding you and or people wanting stuff from you, and you're just backed in the corner and you feel like you've got nowhere to go and you feel like you have no direction to take. You've been there. We've all been there. So how do you solve that? How can you solve that problem? Maybe you feel like that with you in your business. Maybe you're just starting and like you just like feel like you're in a corner and you don't know where to go next and you feel like there's nothing else you can do. Well, I can guarantee you there is a next step and you're going to find that next step. It's going to come to you. I've been there over and over and repeatedly and I want to assure you that there is a next step. So what can we do to change living in a square? Well, I tell you really simply right now, live in a circle. You're like, well, Chris, that's retarded. Well, it's no more retarded than the concept of living in a square, eh? But really, to illustrate it, and you've probably heard the expression about your sphere of influence or your circle of influence. You're influenced most by the people that you surround yourself with by the most. Actually, this made me think of a story. I just want to tell you a quick story here. I remember sitting back with a couple of buddies, and one of them starts talking about how if he doesn't pay his power bill, they're going to cut off his power. And the second guy was sitting there and he's talking his way, he one-upped it on something. And the third guy's like, well, yeah, I'm a couple car payments behind, I'm threatened with getting my car repossessed. It's just like each one had to build on the next. And, I was about to open my mouth because I'm pretty sure I could have topped him at the time. It really got me thinking, what am I doing? I'm sitting here, and everybody I'm associating with is talking about being poor, being broke, having all these negative, horrible things happening to them. That's all we sit and talk about. Yeah, there's probably a couple of drinks involved too, but that's for another story, which we probably won't talk about. But really, the people you surround yourself with, you start thinking like them. You start believing those things. You start believing that everybody's poor. You start believing that you can't pay your bills. You start believing that you're supposed to have creditors phoning you. You start believing that you can only surround yourself with negative people. You start believing it, and that's what manifests into your life. Now, what if you change that circle into a sphere of people that only talked about successful things? Maybe they're talking about how great a day they had in business. Maybe they talked about how much money they made. Maybe they talked about how prosperous they were in their life or how they felt all the time, how much prosperity was coming to them. At first, you might be a little resistant to the idea because like it would be a complete mental shift for you. But could you imagine yourself in that situation? Just put yourself there. You can see how over time your thinking would start to change a little bit, and you would start to realize, oh, I don't know what that was, but you would start to realize that there are prosperous and positive things that you should be looking at in life, and then there's those prosperous and positive people that you can surround yourself with. And the funny thing is, when you're surrounded by those kind of people, your brain actually starts looking for connections. Your subconscious mind does this without you even thinking. It starts looking for reasons and things in your life that'll prove to you that your life is prosperous. Your thinking patterns change. And then you start to see stuff like that manifest in your life. And the cool thing is that you'll start to see the right things happening at the right time. So maybe you've gone through the point where maybe you were thinking poor thoughts, I guess you could say, and you made that shift. And then all of a sudden, here you are. You're sitting here watching this video right now, and I'm talking directly to you. And I can guarantee that some of the people that watch this, I'm going to be talking directly to you. And if I'm not talking directly to you right now, there's going to be some valuable information. You're going to learn the secret by the end of this video. So I want to make sure you stay till the end of the video, because you're going to learn some powerful stuff here. So there are some ancient texts that say, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And that's so true in everyday life as it is in your business. Whatever you surround yourself with, whatever you fill your head with, whatever you're reading, whatever you're watching, the people you're talking to, you're filling your mind and your heart or your seat of motivation with those things. That's what you're going to be drawn to. That's what you're going to be directed to. That's the things you're going to be talking about. And that's what's going to manifest in your life. It's very, very valid concept. And it's one that I think so many people just really need to understand that. And it almost seems like that is a secret because I swear, like 99% of the population can't manifest that kind of stuff into their life because they're stuck in that mindset that there isn't enough. But I can tell you right now, there is enough for everybody. You just have to make a little bit of a mental shift, and you can do it. And I'm showing you exactly how you can do it. And when you get to that point, actually what I want you to do, if you haven't already, sign up for the boot camp, the Get Money Boot Camp. You might be a little resistant to it, but trust me, once you start going through it, you're going to start to realize that, getting to that point, finding the people that you need to be around, filling out that circle of influence, living in that circle, isn't as hard as you think it is. It's going to be a lot easier than you think it is. If you don't believe me, you don't have to take my word on it. Just go sign up for the boot camp and go through it. And you're going to learn step by step how you can be successful, not just like in business. You're going to learn a lot of, it's actually directs you to a personal development course disguised as an internet marketing course, but massive amounts of trainings in there. You're going to love that. But yeah, go through the next 6 days in that boot camp and you'll see what I'm talking about. I want to direct you to that. So as our thoughts change, you're going to notice the way you feel about stuff changes. You're going to notice the way you interact with people changes. It's going to be different. And people are going to notice that change in you, and they're going to be like, whoa, what's going on? And they're not going to understand at first. And you're going to face some challenges and everything along the way, but just don't let that discourage you. Get around the right people. We have a whole community of people here who want you to succeed. And I want you to be plugged into them. I want to shift your circle of influence so fast. If it's business you want to get into, you want to be around the right people, and I can show you the right people to be around. So you want to do that. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be phenomenal. Phenomenal. There we go. I just made up. I knew there had to be a new word I had to make up in this video. I don't even know how I said it. But it was pretty cool, I have to say. So stop living in that square. Stop getting backed into the corner. Stop letting people push you around. Decide what you want. Actually, when I first started in business, this is another interesting story. For some reason, well, I think it's because I grew up around the cleaning industry. I wanted to have a successful cleaning business. I struggled and struggled with it. It's probably about 8 years now. 8 years ago that this was. So I just thought, that was kind of halfway there. You want to surround yourself with the people that were in the industry, of course, right? So I would, but the problem is the people I chose to surround myself with were struggling just as much as me, only I didn't see it at the time. I couldn't see it. I had a lot of personal issues that I had to work on to get past that point, but I kept struggling. And I was always trying to get things perfect before I ever decided to take action. I'd have the people I hired, and I'm like, I've got to have quality control sheets. We got to do regular inspections. We got to have this down. We don't want any clients having complaints. We don't want this, that, and the other thing. I freaking drove myself crazy. I ended up losing my company. That folded under. Actually, my whole life went to hell right after that. I lost, well, let's just say I screwed up my marriage. I lost my house. I ended up living in my car for quite a while. It was just at the bottom of the bottom. And, it wasn't pretty. But, my head wasn't on straight. I was associating with the wrong people. Get in with the right people. I don't want you to have to go through any of that. It's awful, man. It's awful. But where I'm at right now, that's the past. Whatever. It doesn't matter, because where I'm at right now, I've seen what I can do in the future. And I know that it all started from what I'm doing here. And that's what I want to share with you. We got some powerful trainings. We got some more powerful trainings coming out pretty soon. We're still developing them. But, if you've got any requests for anything, we're probably working on it. I'll just let you know. Just pop a message on our page here. Let us know. But sometimes those little things are holding us back. And you just need someone to kind of give you a nudge over it, and that's exactly what we want to do here. You know what? If I can do this, my wife can do this, which I did get remarried after that, by the way. It wasn't a crap story. But things are like amazing now. We're on the right path. We're working together. We're surrounding ourselves by the right people. We've got the right thoughts going through our head, and our success is phenomenal. And I used the word right this time. And I just want to encourage you. If nothing else, sign up for that boot camp. If you're interested in anything else, you can head over to, I'll have a link to a blog post there. Just head over there and there'll be a breakdown of everything there for you. So it's awesome. I'm so excited for you because this is the start of the rest of your life. You need to do this. You need to go ahead and click that link. You need to get started right now. But awesome. Until the next video, I'll talk to you later. Thanks, guys.